They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish. South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, a team ready to put on a show. Taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. To get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here it comes for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask of a freshman.
There he goes. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run it from the gun. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. Jesse, we don't get many of these types of runners anymore, it seems, but this offense is built around a guy who can carry the ball 30, 40 times if they need it.
And he is every defensive coordinator's nightmare because it's only a matter of time with this guy before he's going to break the long one. He has incredible vision, he can cut, and it's the game-breaking speed, David, that makes him truly unique.
Yeah, and he sets the tone, man. More guys are going to be committed to stopping him in the run game. It sets the tone for the offense. It opens up everything else. It starts and ends with him.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1. Gets him out to the 5. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded to several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you've got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate. So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off good, and maybe forget about last year's finish.
At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Dropping back, it's Marshall. He'll take a deep shot here. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
Across the 25, he's got room. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
Patting off the defender. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Got enough for the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Long way to go for this offense. 1st and 10 from their own 12. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And he's snowed under.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. 6th play of the drive coming up. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The quick out. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's low. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Direct snap. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. In your own territory, 4th down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. To the ground with the back. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Marshall. The throw to the outside is complete. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Right on the money. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's locked. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's locked. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Pauling. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Oh, he makes the catch. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. I get everybody's heart pumping a little bit, bouncing off that right upright and through. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut them out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Ball in plus territory. 1st and 10, under a minute to go. We might get a touchdown before halftime. Keeps looking downfield. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. From the gun. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game.
And it's a touchdown.
A really nice job on their final drive of the 1st half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Handoff to the single running back. Oh, he's got some space. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. And in the waning seconds of the 1st half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That brings them to within 1. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a movement every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of Touchdown Jesus.
We're just about ready to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They start this third quarter, one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And the defense drags him down. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Taking it the other way. And he'll take this one home. It's a touchdown.
How oftentimes can you say that there's a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish, back on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick-6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick-6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Pulls it in. It's Washington. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. He breaks a tackle. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fields. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
To the air, it's Carr. Runs through a tackle. Turning it on, and runs through another guy. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it up to 49. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to control it.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Marcus Freeman added another chapter to the Year 3 success stories of Notre Dame coaches taking the Irish to the national championship game, and he looks like a cornerstone coach for the future.
It was so impressive what they were able to do, bouncing back from an early season loss against Northern Illinois when everybody counted them out. He's done an outstanding job recruiting. He's got a great coaching staff. This team is built.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
You just can't take a sack on 2nd down there in the red zone because that's already been the problem for this offense. They've been having to settle for field goals and not score touchdowns. They have been able to drive the football, just not finish.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. That'll cut this lead.
Guys in the booth, man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Rivers. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Under fire. Breaks the tackle. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to fourth down. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Fields. Running free. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away, dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing. Good decision by the quarterback getting it out quick.
They're going to go for two here and try to extend that lead to a field goal.
Get set.
He's looking to pass. And he makes the catch. The two-point conversion is good. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punching in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Going deep. He's got it inside the 25. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Explosive plays are great, but you got to finish the deal. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They move on top here in the fourth.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Looking for space. It's slow. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
To throw, it's Marshall. He's got him. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He'll pull it down. Breaks into the open. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Man, you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
Power football with the run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quickly complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese.
And they're in for a touchdown.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the fourth quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Here's the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Irish send out the punt unit.
Number 16, on to kick it away.
cradles it at the 35. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. He's going to take off. At the 35, he's loose. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Gonna run it. It's low. Oh, he's got some space. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
The option look. Quick toss. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. He'll take it himself. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. What a tough break, a potential tying score nullified by the penalty, and now they'll have to see if they can get it done again. 2nd and goal for the offense. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. On the option. The offense coughs it up. And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely center cut. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Puts it out of the air. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To the air on second down. That's reeled in. It's locked. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
QB spikes the ball and the clock is stopped. No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's calling. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like, to understand, like, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.